So this is our Gator made by Peg Perego, which is currently a Peg no-go. My boy was riding it the other day. Only one back wheel was spinning. He doesn't have first gear and does not have reverse anymore. He's only got high gear and one wheel. So I'll show you what it's doing and we'll walk through trying to get it fixed. So here's what this thing is doing. And before you try to diagnose any of this, make sure you got a fresh battery in it. So here is reverse. Push the pedal down. We got nothing. First gear, got nothing. Put her in high gear, we got one wheel. That's it. So on these Gators, 4 things you want to look for. One is battery. Battery's up under here. Guessing you probably already know that. This one's got a fully charged battery, so that's not the issue. Next is going to be the go pedal, right there. If you're not getting any power at all and you've got a fully charged battery, that could be the problem. Or the shift could be the problem. I'll take this apart and show you, but there's some components in there that can go bad. But in this case, we know that we're getting power to one of the rear wheels, so it's not the go pedal, maybe the shifter, because we're only got one gear, and it also could be maybe one of the gearboxes. There's a gearbox on each side behind the wheels. So let's tear it apart and start diving in. So first things first, we're going to pop these little center caps off here because we're going to tear the wheels out. So just take a flathead screwdriver, dig it in there, and they'll pop right out. One on each side. Now we're going to get the axle and the wheels off there. So you're going to want to hold, it's one axle, so you're going to want to hold one end and then try to undo the other side here. And you only got to take one of the nuts off because this will just slide out. And then just push the axle through and then pull it out from the other side. And if you're wondering, these grips on here, that's an old motorcycle tire. Gives a little more grippage. Just screwed it on there. Next up, we're going to get the box disconnected here. So underneath here, there's going to be this little red tab here. I'm just going to take vice grips, pinch that, and push it through the other side. So I just got to pinch those tabs, and then it should, in theory, go through there, figure out what I'm doing. Get in there. There we go. Pull that through. Maybe. There we go. So that just pops out. This will disconnect. And that'll lay back like that. Next, we're going to take the seat off. There's 4 pegs that go down. Underneath, you'll see these little red knobs here. They just screw on, screw off. I've already taken those 4 out. Once you get those 4 out, lift her up, toss her off to the side. Next, we're going to try to defeat that. Looks like it might just pull off of there. Maybe. Looks like there's some little tabs up here. Pop those. Shove that down in there. Maybe. Pull that off. Rip her out. Toss her. Now we'll check these gearboxes here to see if there's one that's bad or not. And I can't honestly remember which one was spinning. So I know we got high gear, so we'll put her in high gear, push down on the pedal. This one right here is working. Kind of get some sparks and stuff in there when it's working. That one's not moving at all. So we've got power to this one. So a way to check is just unhook this one, and these just pull off. They're just little clips on there. We know we got power to these cords here, so I'll plug this in. Push the pedal, we got nothing. So just for checking our work here, we'll just switch these wires around and see if it makes a difference. Okay, So here's what we got. We now know this is a bad gearbox. This one's still good. I'm still going to replace it because we're already in here. Replace them. Bad gearbox, and we're going to have a bad shifter if I don't have all the gears. So that's the problem. So I went on the Jungle website, found these gearboxes with the motors. That's considered the motor. That's your gearbox. And then found this shifter here. We just have to replace the black handle that goes on there. But all of this shipped to my door was like 75, 80 bucks. So not too bad. So as far as I know, which is not very far, just need to pop these two bolts out here, the screws. Give it the old D-walt treatment. And then inside you'll see, I'll bring you in here so you can see what I'm doing here. Under here, that's just going to be a little spacer under here. Just pop that out. That's where the axle goes through. Get out of there. There we go. Pull this out. She's out. Now we'll pop the new one in. You're going to get two of them. They're identical. It doesn't matter which one goes left, right. So slide this down in here. Stick that spacer back in, and like I said, that's where the axle goes through. So then give her the old D-walt again. Cinch her up. And on this side, white goes on top. They packaged them really tight. My little tabs are bent on there. So white goes on top, black goes on the bottom. And we'll do the same for the other side. So we got the gearboxes in. Both of them are functioning, at least on the high gear. Now we're going to take the shifter out. So there's two screws here. Those out. Can't get the D-walt in there, so Mr. Stanley's going to have to take its place. Alright, now let's see what this looks like here. Well, that's what that looks like. So essentially it's this piece that has to get replaced. That looks like fun. So that pops off. And then we're left with that. So there's a screw in there. Pop that off. And that slides out. And then we got this. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to start prying on it, see if we can break it. So essentially there's these two little tabs in here. Take a flathead. And we're going to pry these up. Maybe. That one's off. Oh, something broke. Alright, anyway, that's out. It's broke anyway, so put the new one in. So I got the new one installed. In here anyways. So we'll throw this thing back on there, if I can remember how to do it. It does something like that. Screw in there. Gotta make everything so small. And how's the guy get a finger in there? think you just gotta drop her in there and then start giving her the Stanley and see what happens. And that's how she's done apparently. Okay, so that's tight in there, so that sits like this, and then reverses down, if I remember correctly. Alright. We gotta flip this around here. And then, because the crooked end goes forward like that. That's reverse. Now we're cooking with gas here, so let's plug her in. That. And there's two little tabs here, a little sliding back here. And then we gotta shove this down in there somehow. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? There. You just gotta convince it to go otherwise. Maybe. Get in there. Yeah, there's reverse, first, second, first, reverse. Alright, that seems to be normal, maybe. Guess we'll find out. Now for the test. Gear are we in? We'll try slow gear, turtle mode. Both gearboxes are working, but they're going backward. Let's put her in go back mode, and we're going forward. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse the polarity on the motors here. If that's the right term, I don't know. Essentially, we're switching the wires around, see if that makes a difference. So, first gear, we got forward. Go backwards, we're going backwards. High gear, we're going forward a little faster like a rabbit. Okay, so that's all complete. The only thing I had to change again was the wires on the motors here. So, let's get her back together. Okay, give her a test run, bud. So overall, a pretty easy fix, $75-80 versus scrapping this $400 and some toy. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it helped. We'll catch you next time.